All right, Dheeraj.
Yeah,
so what's your take?
What's my take? I don't mean to be like very meta, but there need to be less like startup takes.
Okay.
What I mean to say is like, what I've come, I need to preface this by saying I'm not actually anywhere significant. It's just what I've found from like, the past like 8 months of building. You don't actually need some weird anti-partisan take to make a good startup. A lot of the advice that exists, right? This status quo, it works just fine.
Yeah.
They talk to people, 80% just talk to people, build 20%, fantastic.
Bro, I 100% agree.
Do customer discovery, it
100%
works.
agree.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Yeah, you don't need some like cool niche, like outlier take to
That's the whole
to be
reason why
successful.
like accelerators and shit work.
Yeah.
Because like otherwise they would just not work.
Dude, just go online, see whatever advice you can find, just follow all of it works, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's so much like free entrepreneurship content like at school, on the internet, like on Google. Like you don't need to be like this crazy, weird, set apart from the rest like person to make everything work out.
And like most of it doesn't even miss. Like all.
You know whose fault it is?
Who?
It's Mark Zuckerberg's fault.
Oh,
it's all his fault.
Him specifically, just one guy.
Him specifically, because you know what he did, right?
He's done a lot.
No, like the way he started out.
Oh, how did he? Oh.
Yeah, he made like the weird, like creepy girl rating app, like.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then it was like to like match with people on like at Harvard, and it was like Facebook, but it was only at Harvard.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, and you like poked people. That was like the whole thing of the app.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like mad weird. But then.
What does that have to do with the?
And he was just like this weird, like antisocial, like dude. And then.
I mean, he still is, right?
Well, he had. Like,
everyone's so convinced he's a lizard. I don't know.
Do you see his like transformation? He has like curly hair now, and he has like a jawline. I don't know where he got it from.
I don't know, somewhere from like his $1 billion probably.
He definitely went to Brazil or like Turkey.
Dude,
or something.
And like they're trying so hard to give him like charisma. I hate him.
Yeah, and then I see him give like a speech, and then he's been failing pretty bad recently. Do you see the stuff where he tried to make like a super intelligence lab and stuff?
You're gonna have to educate me.
Okay.
One more thing is like I'm barely online like, at all.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's probably a really good startup take.
Don't be online. No, I should probably be online. Like I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, isn't your thing an online thing?
What?
Isn't your whole business online?
All businesses are online.
Well, no, but your business is like a software solution.
Yeah.
So.
What is? Hold up, I'm stagnating.
It's weighing on me. Yeah. What's your business about?
What's my business about? It's to help onboarding solutions with fintech.
Okay.
So a lot of these platforms, they have like crazy drop off. So the idea is to bring customer onboarding solutions. So stuff like a little tooltips, basically at the very core of it. It's showing and educating users how the interface works, what the buttons do. Like for example, if you're on like a finance platform, right?
Yeah.
And you're buying an allocation, it would tell you what exactly the buttons are doing. And if you're buying some transaction, or I mean, if you're making some transaction or you're buying some portfolio, it's what exactly is happening at every single moment, and essentially bounding their risk and giving them a better understanding of what's going on, so they're less likely to drop off. And it's been implemented in other SaaS contexts, but not specifically fintech because of how heavy like regulatory and compliance issues are. Yeah, so it's pretty online. Yeah.
Is it like you?
It's actually not brokerage anymore.
Oh, just fintech in general.
Fintech? No, it's specifically decentralized finance. Because getting a wedge into centralized is so difficult because of the compliance and risk overhead, right?
What is decentralized finance?
So anything blockchain, crypto, stablecoins, stuff like that. The reason, because under the current like political administration, it's so much less regulated.
Mm-hmm. What do you do with like the? So is it just like in the beginning you have it and then it drops off?
So it used to be like that, but now the idea is, I can pull it up later, but basically when you sign on to these platforms and you make that first allocation, right?
Yeah.
It is a lot of different fields. Like it throws a bunch of numbers and fields at you that you don't fully understand.
Right.
People see it, they freak out, they're like, oh, I don't get what's happening, so they just leave. So the whole idea is it would be like an onboarding layer on top of that would just walk you through what's happening, but after you've chosen that portfolio. So let's say they have a bunch of different like stock allocations, like ETFs or something like that. You pick one, right? And once you go in, it gives you a breakdown. But once you're inside, the whole point is you'll have like an overlay that reads out each number to you and tells you what's happening. And so the platform themselves couldn't do it because then they'd be in violation and it becomes advisory information.
Yeah.
But if a third-party provider comes and does it with like non-advisory, like I guess verbiage, then you can actually satisfy compliance and regulation.
Huh. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So I guess the thing, so it's basically like a helper tool to basically explain something that the user doesn't understand.
Kind of, yeah. But the whole point is like, I guess, successful onboarding. Because all of these platforms, the first funding problem is abysmal. Like their activation rates are somewhere between 10 to 30%. That's like 3 out of 10. And
that's very low.
Yeah, and as that is very low, yeah. And as that number falls further, that becomes the sole determinant of the life cycle of the entire organization. So that once you start bleeding out enough revenue, not even just like potential, actual like undercovered customer acquisition costs, that's when they start like sinking, essentially.
That makes sense. Cool. So what do you think about like, in general, like those things on, you know, when you go on with like a SaaS product, they have like the AI explainers now.
Yeah.
What do you think about those?
Wait, I'm not too familiar. AI explainers?
Like, I don't know, because you were saying that your thing helps them, the people like kind of understand what's going on. That's like an overlay. You know, like how you can like open up a sidebar on like, I don't know, like Slack.
Oh.
And you can like, it'll just AI help you.
Oh, dude, I fucking detest those.
You hate it?
Just fuck ass. Because like, you need AI some places, but like when you start, that's another take as well. Like less AI. I would love less AI.
Really?
Like AI everywhere, dude.
Where?
Are you serious?
Where is the part that annoys you the most?
Like recently I've been, you know, Close, like the CRM.
Close?
Close.com.
No, I don't know.
It's a CRM basically. Okay. It's like a very strong. I would recommend you check it out because it really helps like outreach and stuff like that. But essentially, even there, for every single page, it has its own AI to explain what's happening on the page itself. And I'm like, dude, this motherfucking page only has 3 buttons, dude. I don't need an AI for this. And then it's everywhere. Like Google's going haywire with like Gemini.
I will say though, the AI overview has been. I used to hate it because it was bad.
Yeah.
But as it's gotten better, it's low key really useful.
Dude, I think it was you, but I started that. Were you the one that talked about the faster horse problem?
Oh yeah, the faster horse.
Yeah. It's genuinely just that. Like I've been doing so much more reading about it, and it's like that's where we're at. Everyone's just throwing money at it, but it doesn't actually bring much utility anymore.
The Google AI overview is really good though.
The one by the like top right of the browser. Oh yeah, that one's pretty.
Not that one. Like when you search something on Google and it has like the overview.
Why?
I like it.
Those are so inaccurate.
They used to be.
They still are.
But they're getting better.
Dude, I looked up something about like, I'm like, oh, I have this weird pain or something like that. Something, and they're like, oh yeah, you better die. I'm like, cool. I should, it was like it was a very like benign thing, and I googled it, and then they're like, "Oh, this is usually
for stuff like that,
linked to death."
I get what you mean by that.
Yeah,
I get what you mean about that.
And also, like, I was trying to find how late. This is literally like 20 minutes ago. I was trying to find how late Saxby's is open, and then the Gemini thing took like 2 minutes.
That kind of stuff I get, but you know where it's really helped me a lot is you remember when you like have something you want to code or like syntax or something. And you used to have to like Google it and then go to Stack Overflow and then do it.
Yeah.
Or you have to go to like ChatGPT and then manually type it there to get an answer.
Or Perplexity,
right?
bro.
Or Perplexity, whatever, right? Yeah. Now I can just open Google, type my coding question syntax into the search bar, and the AI overview is like good enough to give me a syntax answer.
I don't think it's worth the cost though. Again, like I was trying to look up how late Saxby's is open, and that was like, dude, it took me 2 minutes to figure out because it was just loading. Because it was trying to come up with an AI overview for how late this open. I'm like, dude, just give me the results.
Scroll down.
No, it doesn't work, dude.
You should have scrolled down.
No, the blurb is gone. The blurb is actually gone.
What blurb?
You know how there's like a blurb of like, oh, Saxby's, whatever, time, open, and all that?
Well, that's only there if they can find the information easily.
No, it comes inside the AI overview.
Oh.
So like, I was just stuck waiting 2 minutes.
Or are they set in the maps, the Google Maps, on the right side?
No, there is nothing on the right side. It literally just AI overview and so it's like loading for like 2 minutes.
Interesting.
Fantastic. I feel like we've come too far.
I've never had that problem before.
You know how there's like the indicators of recession? It's like weird. It's like, oh yeah, how long men's pants are, how like women's like skirts or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like how long Gemini takes to tell me how long Saxby's is open.
Yeah,
like,
recession indicator.
Yeah, recession indicator. It's coming, bro. It's coming. AI bubble.
Have you seen all the stuff? Actually, I don't want to talk about that on a podcast.
Why?
Let's avoid that topic for now.
No, you could just say it and then bleep it out.
Am I allowed to talk about?
This is also up to you guys. Are the ones that have the strictest time.
Okay. Well, I'm just wondering if it's okay to talk about the whole thing with like the Department of War and like the Pentagon and.
Oh! I want to talk about that so badly.
Yeah, let's avoid the topic.
That's true. I am on a visa though, so like maybe not.
What was I even thinking about?
I love all the right people and hate all the right people.
Yep. True.
If the U.S. government.
What do you think about the new like the thing with like YC?
There's so many things.
I know, but like, okay, did you see how they like double the number of batches they have? They used to have only 2 batches. Now they have
Wasn't that like 6 months ago?
It was a year ago.
Yeah.
I guess 2 years ago now at this point. They had only 2 batches. They had summer and winter.
And dude, I was talking. Do you remember Lewis from like the guy that came on call for like Venture X?
Oh, the captain guy.
Yeah. So I was chilling on call with him for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And apparently their failure rate for like YC is like almost like doubling, like quadrupling now.
Really?
Yeah, because the lifespan of all these organizations is like so much shorter.
Yeah.
Like there's people in his batch that aren't like still afloat right now.
Wasn't he winter?
Yeah.
It's March.
Yeah.
They didn't get 3 months of runway out of it?
No, there's so many people in his batch that he says just haven't made it.
Did they take the money and run or what?
No. Usually just don't make it far enough.
Oh.
And apparently the failure isn't even just because they run out of funding. It's just because they literally just can't get their first customer. Yeah, it's just they give in and try to start something different. And apparently now it's a lot more common when your core offering is like AI, B2B, SaaS, and all of that.
Because like, what are you selling anymore? Claude's gonna do it tomorrow.
Yeah, facts. And I don't know if you saw the whole like the co-work thing hit the markets. Mm-hmm. Everything, dude. Like the Nasdaq was hit, the New York Stock Exchange is hit.
Every single SaaS company went like.
Yeah, everyone's in pain.
It's, you know why? It's because usually like SaaS companies, they price it like per user, right? And they're like $100 per user per month, right? But if you have one AI agent, that's the same AI agent making a bunch of calls.
Yeah.
And you don't need like 10 users anymore. You just need one AI agent.
Yeah.
And so then what's the point of paying a subscription? I only need one subscription. So then now they're doing like usage-based shit. And it's gonna take a while to like change all of it. It's just like a pain. I don't even know, bro. It's a whole mess.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I don't know, just fuel to the fire. I'm a computer engineer specializing in artificial intelligence. I had one of the lead developers in AMD. It's like very high up, show up to class, just like give us a talk about what the industry looks like on the inside. And for reference, he has his PhD and like specialization in like transformers and stuff. So literally right up his alley.
Yeah.
He showed up to tell a room of 200 computer engineers that were all fucking cooked. They're like, it's all over. Just pack it up, dude. Fries in the bag, go home. It's like so encouraging to hear from him because the way it works right now is all of the work he's putting out, he does corporate R&D. So all the research he's doing goes directly into a knowledge base, right? And then they use all of that to basically synthesize more research artificially. And they see the quality quadrupling every, I don't know, I'm making up some number, like 4 months of the research.
Dang.
And then they have like a couple of research engineers oversee all of this research that comes out. And eventually it's going to get to a point where like the quality just compounds, right? You don't actually need as many people anymore.
Well, you don't need as many people to write the stuff.
Yeah, but you still need people to peer review, of course. Yeah. But like, you don't actually need as many people.
I actually have been thinking about that. So like, you know how like when software engineering got hit by the AI stuff, it like, took a really big dip, right?
Yeah.
But now like the number of software engineering jobs have started going up again.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was like this month was the first month since like about a year and a half ago that the number of software engineering jobs has increased.
Oh.
This month.
Why do you think that is?
It's because people are like, it's because the amount of software you can produce now is so high. So people are like, I need people who know how to produce software.
Oh, you know that paradox where if you like widen the roads, it like lessens traffic because
More
traffic is less and more
people
people drive and this traffic is more.
Exactly. So like more people want to make software now, and they're realizing that they need like maybe they don't need 4 software engineers anymore, but if there's 4 people who each want 1 software engineer, it's the same demand.
Yeah.
Right.
Real.
I think what that means is that the era of like big tech, it's done. Because like you don't need 100 software engineers anymore at one company to be doing stuff.
You saw that?
But maybe it's 100 people who need 1 software engineer trying to build stuff.
That one like YC demand for like, you know how they do demand for businesses, right?
Like call it request for startups?
Request for startups, yeah. Is that what's called?
Demand for business.
Synonym, potato, bro. But essentially a couple of like months ago, I forget how, maybe like end of last year, they had one specific like call for the first, I think, market cap of like 10 billion with like an employee base of like 10 people. Market cap of 10 billion and then like an employee base of 10 people.
That was a call for startup?
Yeah.
They want you to make something.
Something that leverages AI to that extent.
Huh.
And it's just like...
you know what one of them was? It was like having a 1-person startup.
Oh.
Basically like having an AI CTO, CFO, like CMO, everything, and then you're just the executive guy.
That's mad. I don't imagine someone's come up with that just yet.
I don't think so. I think I think more valuable, the reason to have a co-founder is literally the idea of that someone is like there to like peer review your decisions.
But just to play the devil's advocate, like, AI could. I don't see that as something AI couldn't do.
I think it's too biased towards agreeing with you. I think it's either too biased to agree with you or it's too biased to like disagree with you.
I mean, but that's just the way the LLMs are trained right now, right? It's the whole point is to serve the user, but like hypothetically.
But they don't have their own opinions. That's the difference.
That is true. That is true. But if you were to train it on like an existing founder, completely, entirely, like the model's like locally pre-trained
so you're saying
and
like
everything.
I could train like Paul Graham LLM.
Yeah, Paul Graham.
Paul Graham GPT.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I could like have Paul Graham GPT as my
Paul Graham GPT, but except it's like it's mad at you constantly.
No, see, that's what I mean. Like, it's biased one way or the other. Because like,
That's true.
I made an AI thing to like criticize my startup to make sure like I was doing the right stuff.
Oh,
And
that's
like,
smart.
no matter what I said to it, it would always find a flaw in what I was doing. Maybe I'm just stupid.
You a bitch.
Literally. Maybe I'm just bad, okay?
Yeah.
But like, I would get what it said, and I would take what it said, and I would put it back into the next chat.
Oh.
And then it was like, no. And I was like, what? Because it can't, there's no consistency, there's
That's
no memory,
true.
you know what I mean?
That's true.
And even if it does have memory, it's like not consistent memory either.
Do you think it's about a time though? Like matter of time? Like eventually the quality will be at a point where...
Well, I think it's like a fundamentally different way of learning, right? Because it's like, at its core, we're accepting LLMs right now because it's like they produce the output that we need in life. You know what I mean? It's not like we need something super different.
Or something we can make do with, basically.
Yeah, we can make do with an LLM, right? But in terms of replicating human intelligence, it's pretty far off.
But this is basically something I came up with. I'm taking 2 different AI classes right now. So it's like AI for first principle. Fundamentally, the professor is like set on the idea, reasonably so, that it doesn't have any intelligence. It just mimics intelligence because it's gotten really good at predicting what the next word is,
It's the Chinese dictionary problem.
Exactly.
You know what the Chinese dictionary problem is?
Roughly.
Okay.
But like based off that, couldn't you argue that we operate the same way?
But
Because
we don't.
No, here's the thing. If you look historically, humans only developed abstract intelligence, abstract thinking with the development of language.
Yeah, but it has language.
Yeah.
And it hasn't developed abstract thinking.
How do you know that?
Because it thinks in terms of language.
How do you know that?
Because you can see the thinking process.
No, but ultimately, if you were to have it synthesize text, right, or come up with like argumentation, it has no problem coming with argument. Whether it's good argumentation is a different question altogether. But it does demonstrate like
But
at least
I would
some
argue that
facets of
most,
abstract
that's
thinking.
because most arguments have been stated already.
But how would you define intelligence and how are you sure we have it and AI doesn't?
Well, intelligence is mainly like the ability to synthesize and then generalize, right?
Right.
So it's like, if I see examples, I'm able to produce a concrete result from that example of something that connects them. Not just know that these are examples that exist. And then generalize, so it's like inductive and deductive reasoning. I forgot which one's which.
Yeah.
Oh, that's inductive. So inductive is like, you see examples and you get a
generalize.
conclusion. You generalize,
Yeah.
you get a conclusion from there.
Yeah.
And then you also have to be able to do the inverse. It's like deductive reasoning, which is you have this abstract notion that you've connected all these examples with, and then you generalize it across a bunch of other new examples.
But you would argue AI couldn't do that?
I think it just goes from example to other example.
You think you only do one of those two things?
No, I don't think it does either. I think it literally just connects all the examples to all the other examples.
Give me an example.
Like, okay, for example, here's an example, okay?
Yeah.
Have you taken a calc course at this school?
Like several.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed, but the calculus practice tests have
A lot of patterns.
a lot of the same question over and over again.
Correct.
I could understand literally nothing about integration
Yeah.
and then memorize how to solve this like one
100%.
type of integral and then just copy and paste it onto another calc problem.
Right.
And I would get the answer right.
Sure.
I don't think it's like very shallow level inductive and deductive reasoning. I'm not saying it's wrong to do. You just do it and it works. That's why LLMs are
No, but
good.
couldn't you argue that it does have like a poorer form of it, but intelligence nevertheless?
Is it intelligence?
Thing is, I agree with you that it doesn't, but I haven't been able to like reasonably disprove it to myself.
Well, that's why it's a debate.
But so you're saying it doesn't not have intelligence?
It definitely does not have human level intelligence.
But how would you define human intelligence? how do we reason? Because two things are equally black box,
here's
right?
the thing, right? Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If it had human level intelligence,
Yeah.
it would be able to learn language from about 10,000 examples.
Oh, 100% the efficiency problem, right?
But is that an efficiency problem?
I mean, it achieves the same consequence. It achieves the same like proficiency. It just takes a lot more time and information.
But it's not like an information problem. It's a stability problem.
Stability?
Because like we learn in a way that's like, even if I just see a bunch of language examples over time, if it's like 10,000 examples, for example,
Good example.
I'll be able to get some like conclusion out of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I want a model to learn as fast as a human does after 10,000 examples, I'd have to like crank up the learning rate. And what happens then is it just goes like wildly back and forth, right?
It doesn't actually identify the...
Like imagine if you were a baby, right?
Yeah.
And you hear your mom go like, say mama, and then you say mama, and then you go like, now say dada, and then you say like dada. But then if you hear dada like a couple more times more than mama, you just start saying dada forever.
Right.
And then you never learn any other words after that.
Yeah.
But like...
What is the conclusion? Because I get what you're trying to say. It's like, we're given a set of examples, right? We can extrapolate underlying syntax. Whereas AI is just like pattern.
Yeah.
But like in the black box, it does resemble intelligence.
Maybe. I mean, it's modeled after the human language.
Because that's the one thing I haven't been able to reconcile. Like humans develop language, and then from there we had abstract reasoning.
Is it like that? Or is it the other way around?
No, it's when we started like developing communication skills.
You think we didn't have reasoning without language?
No.
How did we
Abstract
develop
thinking.
language?
I've read a paper about this. I don't remember too much. But the whole point of how do we develop language?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to pretend to know much about that. But
My point is, like, if we don't have abstract reasoning, how do we find language?
I think it came about and gave way to abstract things. Obviously, I can't like substantiate the claim because I don't remember much about it right now. But that was the paper that I read, and like the conclusion was just that we have. So like assume that to be a premise. So like we started talking to each other, and like that language gave way to abstract reasoning. And so that's kind of where I'm coming from. It's like if in developing patterns within text to kind of figure out what the next word is going to be, and that ultimately is creating something resembling intelligence.
Right, but I would say that like something more closer to like a reinforcement learning is much closer to the way that humans learn compared to like an LLM, for example. Because like take the thing of like sharpening sticks, right? It's like we found sticks on the ground and then we just decided to sharpen them one day. From why? Like why did we do that?
Protection.
No one was shown anything about it.
True.
But it's like you just explored your environment. That happened to be one of the choices you made because you're exploring the environment. And because of that choice, you found success as a result. And so you repeat that pattern, right? Whereas in an LLM, you have to be shown what the input and conclusion are. And it's like fundamental machine learning difference, which is like supervised learning versus reinforcement learning. Or unsupervised learning.
But that goes in the territory of you believe humans can have original ideas.
I think humans are largely unsupervised learners.
Unsupervised learning, but it's still not original.
I think in the modern era, knowledge work and schooling has made us of the belief that we're like supervised learners because we're told most of the stuff that we learn. You know what I mean? Like,
but even if you're just unsupervised learner, you're still learning from your environment, right? It's not like you're originally developing ideas.
Just because someone has had it before doesn't mean they're not original. If I come to a philosophical thought on my own, but like Immanuel Kant thought about it 1,000 years ago, it's still an original thought because no one told it to me.
But you're assuming that you've never been exposed to that specific thing before.
Yeah, if I've never been told something before and I come to it on my own, then it's an original thought.
What's an example of that? Because sharpening sticks, I would argue maybe they've seen like animals have some kind of adaptation or something like that.
What if they never did? I'm sure somebody decided to sharpen a rock, or maybe they found a sharpened rock and they figured out how to sharpen that rock.
I mean, I don't know what to say to that. Like, I wasn't there.
No, that's not, obviously you don't know, right? I don't know for sure, but it's like...
But the thing is, I'm of like the opposite stance. I don't think humans have ever had any original ideas ever.
Really?
Yeah. So it's always been one thing. Because even like, I don't know, I feel like evolution supports that. Like eventually at some point, you have your environment's demands, everything, all the pressures around you, and they develop the need for something that we then create. right?
Yeah.
So it's like evolutionary
but
demands.
But that's like the exploration of your environment causes that.
Yeah.
It's not a set path that you're given that you can extrapolate from. It's not like, for example, like, no, you were never told. Other humans were never told that, like, if you sharpen a stick and then poke an animal with it, it'll be more effective than if you stab it with a blunt stick.
But that's kind of like evolution, right? You develop a bunch of shit and something works, so you just keep doing that more.
But there's no genome that has convinced us to sharpen sticks. So
Why does it have to be a genome?
Evolution. That's what evolution is. Evolution is entirely genetic.
Yeah, everything's genetic, but what I'm saying is like, it's just random trials, and then the success reinforces the trials that work.
That's what reinforcement.
Yeah, but that's randomness isn't actually original ideas, though.
Original idea or no, the notion of an idea is up for debate, but like, also originality. But my point is the whole thing of like exploring and then finding success in exploring is fundamentally different from how LLMs work, because they don't explore shit.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but they very strongly resemble.
Oh no, I totally agree with that.
But like
it's
in them really like resembling that, I don't know if you can say with 100% certainty that they don't.
That they don't have what?
That they don't actually originally explore anything.
But they don't explore. They fundamentally don't explore. They can produce a combination that happens to be new, but they don't explore on their own.
But how would you argue that's different from humans?
Because they don't know when something is successful. We had to introduce artificial success into an LLM for it to work. Like, we had to look at an LLM and be like, hey, this output is good. But
isn't that just us, but without stimulus?
Yeah.
So we become the stimulus.
With stimulus. They are us with stimulus.
No, but our stimulus is our environment.
Exactly.
Their stimulus is us.
I know, which means they don't have an environment to mimic.
But that's the sole distinction?
They can never truly understand the world, is my point, because their stimulus was never the world. They only understand us, because that's our language. They understand English great, probably, because we help them understand our language.
Right.
But like the actual world, they have no understanding of it, because that's not their stimulus. I mean, you know the core innovation that like turned ChatGPT into a actually like speaking...
Wait, I have a follow-up to that.
Okay, go for it.
How much worse do you think, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like how much worse do you think blind people understand the world than you do?
Probably significantly.
Significantly,
yeah,
right?
Significantly.
And like deaf people?
Significantly, yeah.
And so LLMs along the same vein?
Yeah, but like way less, because even if you're blind, you still have way more information about the world around you than an LLM does. An LLM only has information about language and what language ends up being good and what language is bad.
My argument here is that language itself, once you're able to like extrapolate patterns within it, that gives you so much information.
Yeah, it's a lot of information, but it's not about the actual world. It's an intermediary.
The conversation is so good. I want to insert like Karthik.
I mean, dude, just speak and you can like maybe subtitle at the bottom. Yeah.
It's like, I think what you're getting at is the LLM will never, period, form a hypothesis. The human does. That is why the human said, fuck it, let's poke this shit and see if it does our
Yeah, right. I mean, okay.
That is different from evolution.
Yeah.
We are our own evolution in our
The thing is, my worldview is that we are entirely deterministic, right? Nothing in life is random is my worldview. That's where I'm coming from.
That's like inherently false, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
How would you?
It's everything is like largely influenced.
Now that philosophy.
That is philosophy.
Now it's like technically we can't prove it.
Yeah, exactly. But you can't prove this either.
Scientifically, most processes are random. Most environmental processes are random.
Nah, given complete understanding of all variables. But my argument is that my argument is that you, right? Yeah. Whatever opinion you have right now, is a product of every life experience and a product of all of your genetic, like, inheritance.
Yeah, it's a product of it, but I'm still able to explore something that was not part of my experience.
You don't know that.
I am.
How?
It's literally been shown. Like, if I'm able to like do something I've never done before.
What is that?
Okay. In an LLM, for example, right? If it never has a sequence of like something that has been reinforced to be a good sequence of language, it will never produce it.
Correct.
Like ever. It's not that it chooses not to produce it.
No, I understand. It's like barriers,
right?
But like in your case,
but I could still produce it.
What do you think that is?
If I have said a word, if I have produced a sentence, and I'm repeatedly told, not a good sentence, not a good sentence, not a good sentence.
Fuck that sentence.
Fuck that sentence, right? At a certain point, after a certain point, I'm still able to produce that sentence.
Yeah, but that's not free will.
It's not free will. You're strongly encouraged not to, but you're still able to.
No, so I say deterministic because like all the opinions that you have, right? I would argue is an amalgamation of something you've seen, experienced, or felt, or genetically inherited at some point in time.
Sure. I mean, I believe you.
Yeah. But wouldn't that just make everything a function of past variables and therefore deterministic?
It depends on how much noise the variables have.
Now, let's say you have a complete 100% awareness of all the variables.
But you can't.
Assuming.
You don't have awareness of all the variables. Yeah.
I mean, Heisenberg principle is like it's not inherent, that's just our observable universe. Like it is, hypothetically, it is possible.
It's not. It's scientifically not.
You will get nowhere if you don't talk about consciousness. You can't prove your point without talking about consciousness.
No, but this is also assuming the premise of the standard model. We don't know the standard model works.
Oh, that shit's wrong.
Well, yeah, okay, sure. We can.
Because then you can doubt the
disregard the presence of the standard model. But
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine.
People
No,
have
that's
been doing
okay.
that for the past 2 years. Everyone, there's such uncertainty around it.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Because then the Planck length goes out the window. All of your observable and the Heisenberg principles now are doubt and stuff like that. That's my argument. So
the Heisenberg principle has never been in doubt in the last 2 years, bro. Who told you that?
I will look this up. This up. I am 80% positive.
That has to be BS. There's no way that Planck's constant and
60
Heisenberg.
seconds. 60 seconds. Give me 60 seconds.
So let me know.
Yes, 1 second. It is the idea. Aha, fuck you. Fuck you.
Watch. He's trying his hardest not to use the AI overview.
Fuck you. I'm on Scientific American. You can suck my fat
that's such a bad site.
Suck my
You know, Scientific American is one of the most unreliable psychological publications of all time.
Well,
It almost publishes entirely BS.
Okay.
My psychology teacher spent like a full hour entire class period one time telling us about how bad Scientific
Okay,
American
how's
was.
research get then?
That one's good.
But it's basically the idea that classical physics can potentially be applied to quantum contexts, and the whole idea that you have these wave equations, all these uncertainty equations that collapse onto singular positions, it might come from a threshold of ignorance. It's just the fact that we are unable to perceive at that time. Because right now, even the quark being the fundamental unit, we don't know that for a fact. Because now, there's been experiments where they've found fluctuations within the quark as well.
Yeah.
Implying that you have uneven distributions. But that's not consistent with the standard model.
Yeah, I know, but the uncertainty principle still holds.
1 second.
I'm
Contradiction.
not fast,
Yeah. I'm trying to find the exact paper. Yeah.
What's the point now of disproving the standard?
He's trying to say that if you know all variables, which is inherently impossible, but he's saying if you can control all variables.
I would argue, no, not control. I'm just
If you know all variables,
so you now
could
know the
make a
velocity and the
statistical
position
machine.
is what I'm saying. Of every single electron, whatever subatomic particle, you know everything.
And then he's saying if you have that, then you can deterministically know
I mean, this is school of thought and philosophy.
every single decision that somebody will make if you have a sufficiently advanced statistical machine.
So this is just.
I'm just arguing for a deterministic universe.
Okay.
No, I mean, sure, you can argue for a deterministic universe, that's
Yeah.
fine. But I'm saying, irrespective of that,
Yeah.
right?
We have gotten to the point where I will be cutting something out.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I would just say, let's slightly corral back to, I guess.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't know what you wanted out of this.
So Dheeraj,
It's builder.
what do you think about Moltbook?
I mean, they have a backend API. It's all just jack shit, dude.
Do you see the guy got hired by OpenAI who made it?
Actually?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they wanted him.
Why do they want him? Dude,
You know-
it was just people prompting Moltbook from the back. I don't see. Yeah.
Do you know why they hired him?
Why?
Or Moltclaw, OpenClaw. The guy who made OpenClaw, they hired him. You know why they hired him? It's because not because he made a really advanced product or whatever, because it's he vibe coded the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's because he has good product sense, and he got people to use his product.
True. I'm using his product.
You're using OpenClaw?
Yeah. But not for the reason you might think. It's for
How is it?
one of my interviews.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's just an orchestration layer. It's nothing crazy.
Does it work well?
The whole point is it's like an interfacing layer that determines whether or not the call is even needed. That's all it is. And the whole point is they have very I guess, well-designed like integrations with a bunch of different third-party software. Yeah.
Doesn't like burn through money there?
Oh yeah.
Whose money are you using? Venture?
My employer. So the employer, he asked me like build some stuff, and he gave me some API keys to like plug into it.
Nice.
But he had me build a voice agent in the CLI. It's like initially that shit seemed so simple, and then I started making it, and I'm like, this is not so simple.
You know what I realized is that it's really easy to use AI for stuff you don't care about. And it's like, I don't really care that much about what I say to people via email. If it's like the right tone or like the right content, really.
Yeah.
I don't care that
Dude,
much.
I was texting you with, like, even on Discord.
But I don't have your phone number, so who are you texting?
Discord.
On Discord?
Yeah, even on Discord, like, it was just like, it pops up. So it's just you, I have Elliot's, like, phone number on my texts are integrated with, like, because I'm only, like, even praying to them instead.
What was your experience working at IT job?
It's like,
what's it like?
Super chill.
Because I also worked an IT job when I was in like high school.
Oh, word. But here, the thing is, ITAP and IT are two wildly different things. ITAP have access to, like, they have access to the backend APIs. They have access to all this like cool Purdue stuff. The networks and everything, they're the ones that manage it. I just help old people with computers.
Well, there you go.
So I walk like 20 minutes across campus, and this like old lady is like, "Oh, I have a giant issue." I'm like, "Please tell me what your giant issue is." And she's like, "Oh, all three of my monitors are showing me the same thing."
It's because you're on duplicate.
Yeah, they're on duplicate. I'm like, "Ma'am, let me help you." And then I hit like the Windows button, the P button, and then I switch it. I was like, "Wow, it's like saving a cat from a tree."
You're so smart, bro.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I always wanted to figure out how to do? You know those people who like configure all like the servers, the CS servers and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
Like all the computing clusters and stuff?
Yeah.
I want to learn how to do that.
That's a CNIT.
I know, but I want to learn how to do it. Because like I've not learned how to do that yet in my CS degree. And I feel like it's a cool thing to know how to do.
Your CS?
Yeah.
Oh,
what did you think I was? Business?
No, not business. Something STEM. I implied something STEM. How's the job market for CS?
Honestly, I don't know. Here's what I'll say. I think the CS job market has come largely in line with many of the other job markets in the world. Okay? But
that sentence gave me nothing.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's the same now.
It's
the same now as like most other things. Okay? You know what the weird part is? Is that people had such high expectations of CS jobs because of 2020 and 2021.
Right.
And then obviously now there's way too many college grads in CS who are doing it like for
because
just
of that.
Because of the boom, the hiring boom.
Yeah.
Because it's like it takes a 4-year cycle, right? And so there's a whole bunch of people who started in 2020 and 2021 to get into CS. They're graduating. They are currently in the process of graduating, and the number of CS grads are going down every year because people are realizing that it's not as insanely way too lucrative as it used to be.
Ooh. How strong is that drop off?
Dude, the graph looks like this. It's like this. 2020, 2021, and then it goes a little bit down, and then now it's like slightly coming back up again.
Interesting.
It's like it's crazy. It's like boom. It's literally like this.
Whoa.
Because of the pandemic. Everyone hired CS. Because they pumped free money into the economy.
Kind of like
and
with
then
AI.
everyone was at home. No, it was way worse.
Way worse than AI.
No, because right now the money's coming from VCs. The money's coming almost entirely from like venture capitalists.
Sure.
Like just insanely funding all these private AI companies, right? During the pandemic, the money came from the government. And it was easy to borrow a lot of money. And so instead of investing a lot of money into actual like solutions, like AI solutions,
right?
As much as you might want to argue that like AI solutions are not as valuable as you want, at least they're building up products with them, even if they're not good products.
One of the products of all time.
It might be a terrible product. It's shit. No one cares, right? During the pandemic, everyone just invested in software, and they built like things that nobody. It was like even less things that people wanted, right? At least somebody wants, maybe like 3 people want a specific AI product. It was like 0 people wanted the stuff that was being built in 2020.
Do you have an example?
Like Google, what was it called? Google tried to make a social media.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah. Yeah, Google Plus.
Only the real ones know.
Google what? Everyone's people who had Android back then.
Yeah, it was Google Plus. They tried to make a social media.
That's so funny.
Nothing. Meta tried to do the freaking metaverse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and they rebranded to Meta during the pandemic. You remember that? They used to be Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Stadia. Google tried to make a console.
X. Was that then as well?
Twitter was right after.
Yeah.
And then in 2022, everyone started getting fired because the free money stopped coming into the economy, and inflation hit like 5%. And then they were like, yeah, we can't keep doing this. And then it was like boom, 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 all the way down. Oh yeah. What advice do you have for startup founders generally, or people interested in entrepreneurship?
Interested in entrepreneurship. Oh. Again, I want to preface this. I don't have a whole lot of experience, but one thing I've realized that's so important to realize is in the industry, people out there that are actively making these solutions, raising this funding, actively changing the world, they're not necessarily the smartest people. They're not necessarily like the earliest movers. They don't have some crazy advantage. Huh?
I know what word you're going to say.
They're just like, what word am I going to say?
Audacity.
Yeah, that's literally what I was about to. It's just people that have the audacity to start trying, and they don't really have that like fear. Okay. It's just people that don't have that fear to start, because that's really the hardest part. And like people that have the courage to go out there and just start chipping away at the problem, like baby steps at a time.
Yeah, it's not even that they don't have the fear. They have the fear, but they just go do it anyway.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Because everyone's like, oh, I need to be the smartest guy in the room. I need a PhD to start this thing. Most people don't. Dude, like look at the CEOs and stuff. Like all these like billionaires you don't even know the names of. They're just like normal people that just capitalized on a problem that they identified. Like obviously there is, I'm not taking away any credit from them, right? They are smart, really good at what they do. And it does take a lot of, I guess like ideation, persistence, and takes so much like 10 to 20 years of your life. Like I'm not taking any of that away. But they're not necessarily some like genetic freak that's like totally different from you or I. Yeah. I would say that's something that, I don't know, I really like reinforcing. And
that was a good take.
Yeah.
That was a good take. I would say it's like, that's why network is so important, right? Because you can identify the problem. Yeah. Because without it, you just don't know what's going on.
Oh, bouncing off of that, it's also like to surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah.
Because for the longest time, I was like working on this with a couple of people, but they always had a little bit of like pessimism. They're like, it's probably not going to work. Like, let's try this, but like, hey, it's probably not going to get very far. Like that, it like poisons your mentality.
Yeah, it actually does.
Yeah.
Dude, I call it cynicism. That's I swear it's like infects most people. It's like,
does it repulse you?
It doesn't repulse me. It's just like annoying. It's like this like, you know when something's like really cold?
Yeah.
And then it just starts like, you just like feel it, like the wind. It feels like a really cold wind, just like hitting you. It's just so unbearable because it's like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of the same, because when someone hits me with that cynicism for the first time, I can't actually see the same person the same way anymore. Because then I realized like a lot of this it takes such, because even in my case, right, the problem that I'm solving, I've received a lot of validation from a lot of heavy hitters. People in the industry that have been in the industry for like 50 to 60 years, they've identified this problem, they've seen it firsthand, they interfaced with it. And what I'm hearing is that this is a problem that a lot of people have tried to solve over a 50 to 60 year period, ever since like the whole fintech was democratized.
Right. Yeah.
Everyone's trying to solve this. And every marketing department on the surface of the earth within like, I guess, decentralized or centralized finance, this is something they're actively chipping away at, and they've been unsuccessful. Yeah. So it is like a legacy problem that they're going up against, and the odds of failure are pretty high. But then it does take a little bit of delusion to like push past that. And anyone that kind of corrodes it is like, I would argue, not someone you should ideally have around.
Yeah, that's fair.
You become the 5 people that are around, right?
It was nice talking to you, Dheeraj.
Wish I could say the same, Karthik. I'm kidding.
What did I do to deserve this? Get this guy out. Get this guy off the set.
No, you're a real good host.
Get this guy off the set.
That was actually genuinely really good.
Let's put like a muter. So like in post, let's make sure his mic is just off. And we get no audio from him.
Oh yeah, dude, the only time I can speak is what his mic picks up.
You speak when I'm not speaking. Okay?
Oh dude, every time I open my mouth, it beeps. But like well hosted, this was good.
That was good.
Yeah.
All right. See you, man.
See you, bro. Do I dap him up?
Yeah.
Dap him up, bro. What the Oh, that felt uncomfortable.
Your hands are so fucking cold.